Hey guys, it's Putty for Rustified here with a quick preview of the revamped farming system. Starting off, you'll no longer be able to plant seeds in the ground with the same success as before. Although planting seeds directly in the ground is still possible, it's not nearly as efficient with this update. From here on out, all players should really consider using a planter box when they are trying to grow food. This is in part from the newly added characteristics that influence a plant's life cycle in-game. You can see these stats in the new plant info box when looking at a domesticated plant. This panel contains the information you need to get the most out of your plant, such as genetics, health, age, stage, water intake, yield, light, water saturation, ground, temperature, and overall happiness. The majority of these characteristics are pretty straightforward, so if your plants aren't making it through their growth cycle or taking forever to grow, check out the plant info panel and make adjustments accordingly to what they are lacking. Where things get a little complicated is in the genetics tab. Fear not for those of you who have a simple green thumb. Not understanding the genetics doesn't mean you won't be able to grow anything. Genetics are more for advanced users that want to get the most out of their harvests. Here's a simplified version of how genetics work. Each individual letter corresponds to a different characteristic of the plant. W is for water intake, G is for growth, H is for hardiness, Y is for yield bonus, and X is empty. Each of these genetics are given a color designation. This helps users determine whether or not it's a good characteristic, indicated with a green, or a poor characteristic, indicated with a red. Where all of this starts getting interesting is with the new cloning system. When a plant has finally gone through its full growth cycle, you can clone a plant instead of harvesting. You will still get some of the yield from the plant as well as your clones. You can then plant your clones next to another plant that has the desired traits that you want. After a bit, you'll notice that the genetic code has changed, as indicated on the screen. Overall, you just have to determine whether or not you want to invest your time in creating a genetically superior crop. Now, you might be wondering about fertilizer. Well, you can now make your own in-game with the new Composter. All you have to do is place a compostable item in the box, such as food, plant fibers, or, the newest addition to the game, horse dung. After waiting for a bit, you'll be able to take your fertilizer out and insert it into the bottom of the planter box. Now, with all the nitty-gritty details about plants out of the way, we can talk about the new sprinkler system that has been added to help you grow your crops. This system is very similar to the electrical system in its base function, as it uses a hose tool instead of a wire tool. One of the large differences between these two systems is the sprinkler system mimics a gravity-fed system, so you'll need a pump whenever supplying water above your water source. Here's the basic rundown. This system can be broken into three different sections: water collection and storage, inline devices, and sprinklers. Water collection and storage can be done with revamped pre-existing in-game items. The small and large water collectors can be used with the new hose tool. These devices can now also be daisy-chained to one another to collect a higher volume of water. Water can be fed into a barrel for even greater storage. This leads us to the next category of inline devices. There are currently two inline devices: a fluid splitter, which allows you to take a single source of water and split it into three separate sources, and a fluid switch. A fluid switch allows you to turn the flow of water on and off, but there's also a secondary function if it is powered. When powered, the switch also acts as a pump. The final category is sprinklers. Sprinklers can be daisy-chained together with the help of a pump, or they can be used with a gravity-fed system. When using the sprinkler for planters, just make sure the soil saturation is going up. This has been a quick look at the new farming system coming into Rust this month. I'm Putty, and thanks for watching. If you want to know more about this update or any other update, head on over to rustified.com, and don't forget to check us out on the Rustified official servers.